Hello, everybody. How are you? Good afternoon from Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning, good evening from whichever part of the world you are listening to us from. Now, if you can hear me, I want you to please type I can hear you in the comment section. I just want to be sure that I am not speaking to myself, but however, I am used to talking to myself. But anyway, I just want to be sure you hear me, you hear what our guest for today has to say. So type I can hear you in the comment section. Hey everybody, I see you. Thank you for joining. Now I see people joining us from YouTube. Yes, hi YouTube family, Facebook. How you all doing? Yeah, I see your comments. How are you? I see all of you. Now, those of you listening via podcast, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Let's see. Oh, you can hear us. Thank you so much. Now I'm sure that I'm not speaking to myself. Welcome. I want you to please do us this favor. Before I introduce our guest, I want you to please like and share this broadcast because you might just be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear the message that we will be delivering today. You might just be saving the life of that one person who, some few minutes ago, made up his or her mind that today would be the last day and that in a few minutes they would go out there and commit suicide. Now, please like and share this broadcast. Thank you so much. So, I will do the same thing over here. Um, while we're waiting for a ton of people, more people to join, let me also share this broadcast. Give me 1 second. I'm sharing to my private group. This will not take forever. Let's see. Yes, I see all of you. Great to have you here. You know, they say every day above ground is a blessed day. And I'm so excited that you all took the time to join us today as they say information is power, knowledge is power. Okay, let's go. All right. So, welcome everybody to the Morale Booster. This is another beautiful episode. For those of you who are just joining us for the very first time, the Morale Booster is a platform for entrepreneurs, career professionals, leaders, and the general public to give back to the society through coaching and mentoring. I always tell people experience is the best teacher. No wonder I always bring people with experience to our program. Now, this program is currently being sponsored by Main Seed Consulting Group. For bookings, adverts, or sponsorship inquiries, please you can contact us with the information currently being displayed on the screen. Those of you watching via YouTube and Facebook, our contact information is on the screen. And those of you listening via podcast, feel free to reach out to us on johnughulu.com. It's JOHNUGHULU.com. JOHNUGHULU.com. Like I always say, if you can hear me, I want you to please like and share this broadcast because you might just be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. Now, this is our 107th episode. We are growing. And today I have with me a powerful lady, an influential lady, a woman who has been using her gift to inspire and motivate people. Her name is Cynthia Harper. Now, Cynthia is the founder of C. Harper Services Enterprise LLC, a woman owned small business and award winning influencer in humanitarianism. She is also the creator of MFC, which is an acronym for My Favorite Charities, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Now, she is a speaker, a coach, a business consultant, and also a passionate communicator. And her testimony is she failed her way to success. Wow. She failed her way to success. That alone tells you a lot about this lady that we have here today. She failed her way to success. Now, with 4 international certifications, one in coaching, two in federal contracting, and another in adult training, she often finds herself on platforms encouraging others to live a life of purpose. Purpose. I love that. Purpose. Purpose is what you are made to do. Right. Now, encompassing all that she does throughout the world, helping to rebuild communities and people, she is reminded that all of mankind were created with a purpose. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would want you to join me as I bring to the stage this powerful woman of influence, of inspiration, a woman who motivates, a woman who believes in purpose. No other person but the great, the one and only Dr. Cynthia Harper.
How are you?
I am doing well. Thank
Good.
you so much. How are you today, man?
I'm good. And thank you, John, so much. I really appreciate it. Listen, you could have spoken to 1,000 people today and you chose little old me. So listen, I'm grateful for every opportunity that the Lord gives me to share a message of purpose and hope to those who are struggling and going through. I've been there. So what you do as a strategist, what you do as a morale booster, we're in dire need of it because the
Wow.
hearts of people have fainted. And,
Wow.
and 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 a lot of the glory is gone and a lot of hope have been lost in the last, it started, we talk about 2020, but it really started before them. That
Right.
was kind of a straw that broke the camel's back.
Right.
And so
Right.
what you do, I really appreciate it. We need each other. Trust me.
That's correct. Thank you so much, ma'am. We really do appreciate this feedback. We appreciate this encouragement. And we thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you've been, everywhere, different radio stations, TV interviews. You've been hot. You've been on fire. And we really do appreciate the work you do. I was speaking to someone some days ago. I told that person that coaches, speakers are part of the healing industry, and coupled with what the world is going through right now, the world needs more of your services.
Mhm.
All right, and thank you for all you do. Keep doing what you do. Thank you.
You're
Welcome.
welcome. Thank you.
All right, ma'am. So now, before I ask you my first question, I want you to know that people are going through a high level of depression, a high level of anxiety right now, more than ever before. Okay, and this is my question: what's your humble suggestion to people who are currently depressed, going through anxiety? Right now they're fighting in Ukraine. We don't know what's next. We're just trying to get out of a pandemic. I know you're not a therapist. So,
No,
full disclosure to everyone who's listening, she's not a therapist, but I just want her, based on her experience in life, to encourage somebody out there to know that it is okay. So, what's your advice for you know people out there, or words of encouragement to people
sure.
out there?
Well, John, I am just like anyone else. The hearts of man can fail due to the pressures of life. Me, I have to hold on to my faith. It is my faith that is which is my foundation. See, I've been in hard spots before when there was nothing, when I lost it all, when I walked away from the more than six-figure job, when I lost the new home, I went through the divorce. I know what it is to have the pressures of life pounding on your heart, where you feel like the chambers of your heart can no longer pump. But for me, it was my faith because God has created other chambers, other doors for me to go in. And if we take the pressure off of ourselves and enter into another chamber and take this off of us, we can't handle it. We're not that smart. We're not that good. We're not that strong. We weren't built for that. We were built for the battle, but to give it back to the one who created the battle. None of these things are new. If you think about the Ukraine, it is so sad. But the truth of the matter is, this is prophecy. If you study the words that for what my faith is, it teaches you that this is not new. God had already foreseen this. So what we have to do, take the pressure off of yourself. Lord, this is not my responsibility, it's yours. Now use me as you can. I'm going into your chambers so I can lay and rest. You talk about committed to being mentors and coaches and speakers and teachers. Most great people in this world, no one is good alone. We need each other. In there is safety in the multitude of counselors. Right now, I'm with a friend. We're working on a project, a major project. I can't do it alone. And it's a simple project. But guess what? God needs us to understand I need you and you need me. So take the pressure off of you. You can't carry it. And listen, I think we have overdone this thing of multitasking. We've made ourselves to think that, the women, we can do it all. I'm every woman. Well, honey, I don't need to be every woman. That could create some paranoia, some schizophrenia, some mass monsters in the mind if we continue to think that we can handle it all. Oh, we need to do the things we're called to do and do them well. And even if we're doing multiple things, let's do them at one time and set
Right.
them up properly. There's nothing
Right.
wrong with multitasking, but the problem is we think it's a badge of honor. In particular, African American women or women of color, we have carried the load so long, and we think that you think people aren't going to break. People are tired. You can only carry. Many people have the opportunity in the middle of the storm to stop and go get help.
Right.
Black and brown people have just kept going and going and going. And now you see our suicide rates as other people in other cultures. And this is not culture against culture, green against red. I don't believe in that. I come from a multicultural background where everyone, as we're mixed in as a hodgepodge. But to change the trajectory of this heartfelt pain that we're going through, we've got to rest.
Right. Rest is very, very important.
It's
I
very
I
important.
completely agree with you. And you talked about getting into partnerships, forming partnerships. Yeah, because it's easy for one with a high level of discipline to just, manage time, get the whole work done. But this is the time where we all need to help each other, come together, see areas where we can help in terms of partnership. That's correct, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you gave me some advice yesterday. It would save me money. It saves me time. I can share that with my clients. Now, had I not had a rapport with you, had I not established this relationship with you by agreeing to be on this entity, it's more than me getting an opportunity to speak on your show. It's about disseminating the proper information to
Right,
change the trajectory of those around us.
right.
So now what you've done is given me an opportunity to build on a platform that I didn't even know existed. Partnership.
Partnership.
It's just everybody needs somebody to make their baby leap. I need someone to say, "Get up, Cynthia, it's okay." Because death is going to come to all of us. We're going to lose people we love. We're going to go through, our friends, or some of us are going to experience divorce. We're going to experience some debt at time. We need each other to help with the load. It's
Right.
important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Makes the dream
It
work.
makes the load lighter. Right,
That's
right,
why we're
right.
not competitors. I
Exactly.
can't compete with you. I can only if you allow me to complete the things about you that I know that you're
Right.
missing because each of us lacks something.
Right, right. That's true. That's true. I agree with you. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, those of you listening, please like and share this broadcast. I told you this lady has some fire inside of her that she would release. And this is only the beginning. Like and share this broadcast. Now, Cindy, you are an author, a radio and a TV personality. Can you please tell us how, you developed passion for these three things?
Well, when you're called to something, you don't, it's really not up to you. So God's called me to communications all my life. And so I consider myself an effective communicator. Now, there's multiple ways you do it. You can do it through speaking, you can do it through coaching, hosting, you can do it through stage productions. There are a myriad of ways that God has called us to do things. I answered my call. This is not something I created. When you have a life that's dedicated to purpose, you answer a clarion call. When the call comes, you say, yes, send me, I'll go.
Yes.
Now, you don't always know where you're going. When
Right.
I first started in the business of radio, I started from a little closet with a telephone, free
Wow.
teleconference that call. But it was a big calling. And the first person I interviewed was CC Winans. And
Wow.
then it was
Wow.
Dr. Maya Angelou. And then it went on to James Brown of the NFL. And then it was Martha Manissi and the editor of Charisma magazine. And it was Charles Dutton. And it was the gentleman who's married to Megan Good, Devon Franklin. And I could just go on because it was a call. And I answered. I didn't have to have everything perfect. I just needed to answer. And I would tell
Awesome.
you I was nervous
Awesome.
and I was scared.
Yes, I
I
was going
was,
to come
oh
to
my
that. Yeah, I was
gosh.
going to come to that. You know why? Because I have so many people who are part of my audience. They have this love for communication, and majority of them are still holding back because they are shy, they are
Sure.
scared. Like for me, I used to be a very shy person, so shy that I couldn't even imagine myself doing what I do now. you know it was really, really, really bad for me, but right now I enjoy doing it. Anywhere I go, I want to speak. I want them to give me the
Yeah.
microphone. I'm always looking forward to that. Now, can you please share with us what are some of those strategies that helped you overcome your initial fear, or shyness, or that's what strategies did you
Well, let me
use?
tell you what I did the first time. When CC Winans people called me back, I hung the phone up on them.
Wow.
I was so nervous.
Okay.
And then they called back and they said, oh, for some reason we were disconnected. And at this point, I'm hyperventilating.
Right.
That was my first call to do an interview.
Wow.
So that's the one of the number one gospel stars in the world. When it
Wow.
led to a rapport where I was invited to a concert to go and meet with she and her mother, and just a huge conference in the Tennessee area. Now,
Wow.
listen to this. I had to start to affirm myself by speaking these things. You have to, I don't care how low, how bad it gets, what you see is not always the right perspective. So, what I began to do is to speak life to myself. I am more than a conqueror.
Right.
I can do all things through God who strengthens me. Um, God helped me to speak this and to deliver this message. I had to affirm myself. And then I had to watch people that were assured and confident in what they were doing.
Right.
And then it got better and better and easier. And then I was invited to red carpet events and private listening parties in New York for Donnie McClurkin, interviewing people like that, going to their private parties, because I just got in what I fit in. And what
Yeah.
I did not try to do, I'm not trying to impress people. I
Right.
just did what I was called to do. I answered my call and I said, God, if you're going to help me, take this off of me and I'm going to put it back on you. But was I scared? Oh, absolutely. It was just me. I had to write my letters, post my marketing pieces. My friends helped me to design my logos. Um, I was my own PR social media campaign. Who I am not the best at that,
Exactly.
but it worked out because I answered the call. See, when a path has been designed for you, you won't fail.
Right.
You might fall, but you won't fail at it. There's a war and there's a battle. Just keep going. Just
Right.
keep going.
Right.
Keep going. There's a cloud of witnesses behind you saying, "Oh yeah, you're making a difference." There are more for you than there are against you. I've learned that too.
Yes, yes, that's true. And that's something I learned over time too. You know, um, you said something about starting with whatever you had, wherever you were at that time. So for those who are listening who want to go into communication and you're still shy, she just gave you some powerful tips. There will never be a perfect time, right?
Never.
Look for people who you admire who are doing the same thing, even if you cannot afford their coaching programs, because right now to hire a coach, to get a coach is expensive. Just follow people, go look for those programs that you can watch them. If you like that person, it's okay to copy somebody. It's very okay. It's okay. Copy people who are doing the right thing, not the wrong thing, right? Master what they're doing, build your courage and take action. Start. Like what she said. She had people do her logos. It wasn't the best, but she got started. Am I right?
That's absolutely right. So I had an incredible guy doing my logo, but I wasn't sure. I was using a telephone, literally calling up people, interviewing them. And
Wow.
guess what? I'd send it to be edited. They'd clear up the whatever needed to be clear up,
Right.
and then it was just rolling. But let me
Wow.
tell you, because I didn't answer the call when I was a young girl, I knew that it was time now. See, when
Wow.
I was a young girl, I was given a 4-year full ride scholarship to
Mm,
Clark Atlanta University. I
mm,
lived in South Texas. My parents were about to drive me to Atlanta. I was always predestined to come here.
mm.
This was the plan, not from me, but from the manufacturer. He had
Wow.
already predestined me to come here. And I thought I couldn't leave my hometown, which was this big, because I thought, one, I was in love and I was afraid that I would fail. So I didn't go. The day we were supposed to leave to come to Atlanta, I chickened out.
Wow.
And my mom said, I cannot allow you to waste this scholarship. And so I did not come to Atlanta.
Mm.
Fast forward 20 something years later, I came to Atlanta.
Wow. Destiny.
Destiny. And
That's
the
it.
very thing that I walked away from, it has come full circle. So you can run as long as you like, but you can't hide when there's a call up on your life. And listen, if you don't answer it, it'll go in the grave with you. And as Miles Monroe said, that soil will be fertilized really good. And there are beautiful plant, beautiful flowers popping up because all that's on the inside of you has been buried in that ground.
Right, right, right. That's powerful. Thank you so much. Now, you are an author. Can you please tell us the title of your book?
It is called Discovering Your Purpose for a Reason, a Season, and a Lifetime. Now,
Wow.
let me explain this to you. Um, I wrote this book at the worst time of my life when I'd lost everything that I own. I was in a sad place, but God gave me energy and strength to get this message out. And what it is 21 things, very simple things that will help you move forward to your purpose. Some are for the reason, some are for the season, and some things you do for a lifetime. The things like choices and chances and intuition and intentions and faith and family. All of those things encompass a purpose. And so chances. You've got to listen. You've got to move. The
Right.
changes. Change is change. Change isn't change unless you change. If you don't change, change will move all around you and you will stand still. But you've got to move with it.
True, 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 true,
It's the
true.
simple things.
That's correct. I completely agree with you on that. That's just the magic about it. That's what you need to do. You need to move. You need to, because change is constant.
It's constant. It's rapid. It's perpetual. It's
Right,
180. It's perpetual. It's rapid, and it's doing like this.
right,
And one
right,
thing, you said something earlier. You said that see, you can watch people. What you want to understand when we do that is we watch each other. We create um, some levels of emulation or practice.
right.
But the way you do, there's nothing new under the sun. But way you were
Nothing.
called to do it,
Yes.
it hadn't been done. So you have to put your spill on it. See, the methodology, the method, the principle never changes. Only the methodology. So the principle of getting the message out is getting the message out. But the method, it used to be a time when there was no Microsoft, there was no StreamYard, there was no podcast, there was radio, and there was TV, and there was an AM radio, then it became AM FM, and all of those things.
And you need to, at that point you needed a degree to get into radio and all those things, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the principle is still the same. Let's get the message out through the airwaves. Now you have podcast, you have internet, you have everything you can think of. And people are
Right.
becoming famous from their
True.
podcast.
True. That's correct. I completely agree with you. Thank you for sharing. And where can we find your book to buy?
Okay, so what we're doing is we're redoing everything on my website. It will
Okay.
be up in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
And this is how you know when something's good. Not when it came from you, because I don't declare myself to be good at nothing. God is good through me. And I'm telling you, God said I was good. I don't say I'm good. I know without God, I'm a hot mess. So I
Right.
don't claim that I got it going on. Just like you, I shed the tears. Just like everybody else, I've got my moments of insecurity and inconsistencies, but I've learned to deal with those things and not let them overtake me. So my book was written 12, 14 years ago, along with a lot of other things,
Wow.
honestly speaking. But when the message is from another place, when you didn't create the message, you just delivered the message, it's still effective. It's still
Right.
good.
Right. That's
So
true.
you'll
That's
catch it. It will be on my website, and everything that I do, my stage productions, my speaking, my coaching, we're creating platforms. And you gave me an idea yesterday, which this isn't new, and I've been running away from it. You said, Cynthia, you should be doing online training. I was like, I know.
That's it. That's it. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you so
Yes.
much for sharing. Now, on what social media platforms are you active?
Okay. I'm active with Facebook. I'm active with LinkedIn. I'm active with Twitter, and I'm active with what is it? LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook,
Instagram?
and Instagram. Yes.
Right, right,
And that was
right.
hard for me, honestly. That
I
was
can
hard for me
imagine.
because
I
I
can
didn't want to be
imagine.
in people's face. Like, look at me, look at me.
Yeah, so and there's so many people out there who have content, good content to
Yes,
put out there, but a lot of them are still battling with shyness. They're still battling with insecurities. Now, do you have a coaching program that can help people like that?
absolutely. When you talk about purpose, it is designed to pull things out of people.
Right,
Basically, that's it.
right.
Push them into their destiny, hold them accountable. You can't discover another person's purpose. That's not your job. Your
Yes,
job is their purpose comes from a higher source. Your job is to tell them it's time to do it. These are tools, these are avenues. That's your job as a coach. That's my
that's
job as a coach, to
that's true.
drive you to want to be in the driver's seat.
That's correct. That's correct. So, ladies and gentlemen, please like and share this broadcast. Cindy is on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So just search with her name. You would find her face, and you can follow her. And she also has a website, which, like she said, she's trying to upgrade or do some work on the website, but it's up there. Oh,
See, we're not
you know
perfect. Things
oh
happen.
oh yes, give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so that's part of life. Sometimes things you don't plan for, they happen. That's Murphy's law. Murphy's law says
Murphy's Law.
whatever would go wrong will go wrong, right? But right now we're back. We have light, we have power. So now she has a website. It's c harper enterprises.com. C Harper enterprises.com. Now CHARPERENTERPRISES.com. Just for those of you who are listening via podcast, please reach out to her. She has a coaching program. She works with people to help them identify and eliminate limiting beliefs. She helps people find their purpose. She works with people to help them find their purpose and also to take action on their purpose. So thank you so much, Cindy. Okay, you've got a question or a
No,
comment?
I just want to let people know that we also coach and train people how to bid on government contracts.
Great.
People, we need money. and the government is the largest buyer in the world. Don't hesitate to open up your heart to bids, not grants. Grants is free money, but
Okay.
bids where you can win some multiple contracts with the government. They buy everything from water to weave.
Wow, 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 wow. From water to
Weave.
so information is power. Knowledge is power. You just heard that. That's one of the major reasons why we bring these programs, why we bring these powerful guests, because you never can tell when that message you hear from them would resonate with you. Okay? So, government contracts, if you are somebody or if you know somebody who knows somebody who might be interested in government contracts, reach out to her. She is your plug. She is your plug. Now, thank you so much, Dr. Harper. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. And I know you have impacted so many people out there. That's what you are called to do, help people find their purpose. Thank you so much. Um, let's just do 30 seconds. I want you to please encourage that lady out there who feels that right now things need to be perfect before she can get her show going, like a podcast, like a YouTube channel. A lot of them want to do
Mhm.
it, but they're shy. So
Sure.
just share with us 30 seconds. What's, words of encouragement?
Please don't let your age scare you. Don't let the stage scare you. And for God's sake, never forget that you are called to do something out of the ordinary. It's not too late. And there's nothing that can happen to you that God doesn't already know it. I want you to get up, stir up, stand up, and never give up because there is a plan. Someone's waiting to hear from you. I need you more than you need me. Please get up. Let's join this revolution.
Thank you. Thank you. Get up. Get up. I'm sure you heard that. Get up. She said, please get up. And I'm supporting her. Please get up. Your voice, your story is needed more than ever before. Right now, there is a crisis going on in Europe where, a lot of people are still trying to overcome the pandemic. A lot of people are anxious. Your voice, your story is needed more than ever before. So thank you everybody for watching. Cindy, I hope when next I reach out to you, you would come and share some more powerful messages on our program.
You're welcome. And yes, I will. And thank you again, John. And continue doing what you do, disseminating the message of hope so people's
Thank you.
heart won't fail them. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
You're very very welcome. I really do appreciate you. And lastly, thank you for your donation. Thank you for supporting our cause. And we know that where you brought that out from, you will get it back in triple folds. That's how it works. The universe has seen what you're doing and will
Mm.
continuously bless you, bless your effort, and take you straight to that point you've always wanted for yourself. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I see some comments. Let's just take Larry. Larry says optimum blessings. Larry, thank you so much for listening to this program. We really do appreciate you. Please like and share the broadcast. All right, everybody. See you soon. Bye.